Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is Dee and I'm doing a video about Premna Creek. There is a scientific name but I kind of forgotten, which is okay. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. So what I've got here are my graphs. They are different stages of the graphs. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? So Premna Creek, this is a plant that I'm very fond of in terms of, the aroma and how it tastes and what it does for your intestine and your stool. It does a wonderful job with fermenting. Anyway, so this particular tree I took away to the house that I rented, and it was doing all right. But the one that my mom kept here early on, it was a duplicate of this tree. It died. So this tree is the original tree that you see here, right? It has become a parent to all of these trees. Well, parent, clone, clone parent. So all of these ones are an extension from that one right there. So I have a lot of appreciation for it. All right, as you can see here, the different stages of grafting now, or cloning. So these smaller ones are the clones which I did in the later part of 2022. So these one are just little clones like so, and eventually I did it in the turbo cloning machine, and it stimulate roots, and eventually I grew it out into pots. So these are the later part of 2022. These are also clones from the machine, but they are the batch that was before that. I think it's like a couple months before that. So they are growing very well as well. And these ones are clones which originally they were clones from the other house which I brought here, and maybe they were in 2021, I think. Yeah, maybe 2021. And after a year something, this is how big they are. Probably about 50 centimeters. So as you can see, that one is also from a clone in like the clone before like a year something. That one there, that one there, and that one down there. Right. So I've just fed it some seaweed fertilizer, and they love the heat, the summer, the spring, the summer, and the early autumn. They don't like the cold, and they're easily prone to like some sort of fungal disease where it eats away all the leaves. Oh God, look at my veins. I digress. Anyway, and then it can kill the whole tree. So during the winter time, I find that it's a bit hard to look after, especially at this house. Maybe for many years my mum and dad has been growing things, and there's some sort of insect here that just eats away at all the plant. But at the other house that I lived at, which is why that one down there, the original plant, was still surviving, it didn't have that problem. So I'm really thankful, and I'm looking after it a lot better thanks to my mum. As you can see, it dies away, and then you have to prune it. The more you prune it, the better it grows, and the more canopy, the more branches they shoot out. Now the other thing that I found was very easy to do was air layering. So this tree here, or this big plant here, it's from air layering. It's so healthy. So I did probably about 3 or 4. That one, this one, this one, I mean, I can eat most of these leaves anyway, but not after, you know, you fertilizing it. Give it a break, a week or two. So those bigger ones are from the air layering that I did. So stimulating the roots. So what I did was, let's have a look here. As you can see, the stem here, it grows very like branchy, like it's weaving in between. So I got rid of that one and the other ones because it's like not growing in a more untangled manner. And once you cut it off, I think the most important thing is you choose your season. And also you need to maintain the branch like moisture. You don't want to dry it out. So you need to control that temperature really well. Like give it, maybe in the winter time, if you happen to do that, then it needs to be on some sort of heat mat. And maybe in the summertime when it's too intense, you might have a mister, like just to keep it nice and moist. Now I didn't do any of those things because when I cut it off from the branches, the temperature was fine. I think it was maybe in spring or something like that. So it did a good job. And the only thing I ever did was repotting it. Like I started out with a small pot into a bigger pot, and eventually I give it regular amount of seaweed fertilizers. And this is a time when I put a little bit more effort in growing it because I know it will just like shoot to the sky. I have in mind of doing more air layering, but because the last couple of weeks or so has been very hot, like in the 30s, and I didn't feel inclined to do any more grafting, but I think I shall. Well, just to show you an update of my clone, the cloning machine, the air layering, and the progression of these grafts and these plants, how they survive. Anyway, Premna Creek, lovely plant to grow, great leaves to eat. All right, take care everyone. Have a splendid day.